we resume.
Ready to ambush.
So it is that Flavius Julius's efforts have crushed the slave rebellion in the east, but a small army remains to the south of Arretium. Rhymnium continues to build its roads and its guards, Arretium continues to finish its roads and its hestate. Segesta merely must construct a barracks in order to begin its own levies. Let us then end this turn and see where it takes us.
General!
Flavius Julius shall fight this rebel army,
Victory!
and they flee from you. Why do they flee, Flavius? Why? All you wish is to use your sword. Captain Arnis, yours shall be a painful death for your treachery.
Engage the enemy!
It seems Lucius Julius and Captain Spurius, certainly extraneous to requirements, wish to join us on this endeavour. I think not. Instead, I shall command Flavius Julius myself, and should Lucius or Captain Spurius enter the field, I also will take command of them. Gentlemen, to battle, please. Begin! In the moment of action, remember the value of silence and order. Phormio of Athens.
Rebellious slaves may think of victory, but we should make them think kindly of their master's whips.
Aye.
They are dead men. Look. They have been led here by strutting fools and blustering morons. Now they will pay the price. The count of our warriors will show you who is truly favored by the gods. It is not our foes. I have never lost a battle against these people. Why should I start losing now, with men such as you at my command? Another victory is at hand. Now I say, this far and no further. Here we make a stand. You all know my worth and what I have done before. Of the foes who attacked me in the past, few ever got to boast of their success. The portents are bad, my friends, but I do not care. I know that I have brave men at my back, and only the enemy in front of me. There is little to fear, as help is coming. Within the day, another army of ours will arrive for this battle. Now, take up the sword, string your bow, look to your arms and armor. Now comes the hour when we test Roman courage!
Aye. And as vultures circle above in clear blue skies, so we will stain the grass red with the blood of slaves. The large bulk of the army is made up of infantry, poor beggars. They then shall make up the central column. Central column. Ranged units off to the right rear flank. Protected by the general. And so we begin. Where are you, my dears? You are somewhat over to my left. Flavius himself will enter. Flavius has become so enamored of his own command that he wishes to ride into battle on his own against an entire rebel army. But let it be so. Let us see if Flavius can win this day alone, with no other Roman behind him, save a horse, that is, beneath him. Come to us, slaves. Perish upon our shields and our spears, and your lot will have been naught but a pitiful one. It is a long journey up these grass hills, and the horses do tire. Spears down, and the enemy utterly ruined.
The enemy show their true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
I think we shall cut you down. Oh, do run. It makes it all the more fun. It is time to die, gentlemen, beneath the hooves of horses or on the tips of a spear.
All Rome will be amazed at such a victory. The day is ours!
Indeed, the day is ours! Flavius Julius has killed many men and has many more remaining. Captain Arianus, your time in the limelight was brief and deadly. He serves me most who serves his country best. Homer.
Victory! Imperator!
Imperator.
General!
You must head to Arretium.
Move out!
Now. The 2 units of Hastati in Arretium will be moved to join Flavius Julius's command. Arretium is defended by 3. Rhymnium defended by 5. Segesta needs the second 2. Using the new road network we've built between the 3 cities, it will take half the journey time for these men to now arrive. Segesta, might I ask that you construct a trader? Money is rather important these days. Arretium, your building program shall continue also. We will honor the gods for our most recent victories. A temple of Jupiter shall be built. And indeed it shall be followed with a trader, for coin is what the gods favor. Arymnium, you also shall put together a temple of Jupiter. He, Lord above us, has guaranteed our victories. Also then a trader, for it is true that priests love coin as much as prayer.
Imperator!
Indeed, Julius. Yours is time.
March! Out of move, sir.
We have little time left to execute the Senate's wishes and capture Mediolanium. I fear a Gaulish counterstrike. Nonetheless, it is as it shall be. The summer of 267 BC draws to an eventful close as the clouds of war gather over northern Italy. It is time to take on the Gauls.
Orders! Forward! General! General!
Troop movements aside, we shall now cross the river. There's a small crossing here,
March!
and it is
Move
that we will
depleted,
use.
sir.
War? Between whom? It appears the lands beyond our sight have erupted into conflict. The southern parts of England and Britannia have attacked the northern parts of Germania. As these 2 barbarian ingrates go to war against one another, it can mean only one thing: more power and opportunity for Rome. There are very few available to defend the homeland in the event of a Gaulish counter-strike. It could be that the Julii are overreaching themselves. Let us see.
General! Forward! Moves depleted, sir!
In Segesta, we must order the construction of land clearance. Sadly, the slaves and the peasants must be allowed to eat. They are not an entirely free resource. The temples of Jupiter are built, the gods are honoured, and it would seem a good time to go to war. Let us see how we are popular with the Senate. Questa. Yes. It seems that our family is ranked only lowly amongst the Senate's opinions. Let us see if yet more blood spilled in their honour is going to advance our cause any with them. It is then in the summer of 266 BC where the first major act of the Julii family of northern Italy is committed. We cross the river, enter into the lower Alps, and attack Mediolanium. A war with the Gauls begins. Now.
Engage the enemy! Besieging settlement, sir!
The settlement has a small fortification, and therefore we shall build a ram and hold the siege until the ram is ready, smashing through the walls.
Settlement under siege, sir!
There is very little that can be done if the Gauls choose to counterattack. It is a tense season moving into winter.
Sir! Forward!
With no counterattack on the horizon, Arretium continues to produce troops,
Imperator!
2 of which will now be moved north to defend the 3 cities. They will be guided by the newest member of our family, one who is an in-law and has married in, Publius Mamersus.
General! Forward!
You will head the Homeland Defense Army, for you do look like a feckless idiot. Let us hope it does not prove to be so. We build as best we can, and we defend what we must.
Noble master?
We shall move Sextus across the bridge. It will be his job to bribe any armies of Gaul that attempt to cross the river and move into northern Italy.
General!
In the meantime, Mediolanum must be destroyed, and it appears that we can hire a number of mercenaries to that same effect. Mercenaries are disgusting, dirty for hire troops, but they can help. Therefore, we'll bring a mercenary on board.
Prepare for battle!
The ram is ready. Mediolanium is almost ready to fall. The orders are sent from Arretium directly to Flavius Julius. Kill them all. I am more afraid of our own mistakes than of our enemies' designs. Pericles.
These Gauls do not need your fear. Cold steel will bring them down, just like any other men. This army includes fully half of all our warriors. It is a mighty host, and little can stand against it. Our foes certainly have rumbling guts at the very thought that you are marching against them. Remember that as you cut them down. They have been lulled into a false sense of security by a few feet of defensive wall, as if that will protect them. Why do they stand? They muster barely a fraction of our men. We should brush them aside easily and claim victory. We are lacking in spearmen today, and the many enemy horsemen may make life a little hectic if we are not careful. Those people have never met us on a field of battle. After today, they will flee at the sound of our approach. The gods have surely smiled upon us. The omens are so numerous and so in our favor that I cannot describe them all and still have time for a battle today. And at the last, brave Romans, I say this: strength and honor to you all! Await my order!
Flavius. We shall take one unit to approach the gates. The other infantry shall be behind.
Units! 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 Units!
We don't wish the archers to be involved in this little skirmish.
Units! March!
You men, forward. We shall keep the cavalry out of harm's way. Not much good in a town siege. The same goes for the velites and the archers, who will back the cavalry here. The ram to the wall. We shall take the rest of the infantry once the ram has made its way to the wall. Push! Push, you fools! We expand Rome. Your blood and your sweat are seeding the ground upon which your ancestors wished. Now we will plant that ground with the blood of our enemies and the seeds of our own victory. Forward! Forward unto the breach. It's important that when the gates fall, the entire army falls in behind them. We'll use up the mercenaries first. They can take the arrows being peppered at them from the gate, and they'll also take the fool's blood. They'll also take the fool's amount of casualties at the outset as well. Why waste Roman blood when barbarian blood can be spilled instead? They want coin, let the few of them that remain collect it. Now, you gentlemen, form up!
Our soldiers are at the gates! Now they must batter a way through!
Excellent. Pitiful wooden gates. Look at the stupid faces of their gods and protectors that they paint all over these silly outside walls. Do you imagine these tribalistic meanderings will in any way affect your defense? I think not. We have engineering. We have science. You have crayons and linen. You gentlemen are going to die in the most disgusting manner. Yes. The vast number of our troops are already in position.
The enemy gate is down! Our battering ram has done its work!
Then through we go, gentlemen. Barbarians first. Unto them, barbarians. You wanted your money, now earn it. Roman troops, wait for the barbars to die, then head in and mop up the ends.
Our soldiers have done well this day! The walls are taken!
Let's see if we can get you to form up in here. Yes, we can. Through the walls. Let's go, chaps. No rush. The barbarians take the hits first. Whilst we advance, let's take the honour of having a look at this little settlement, shall we? Not bad. Fairly well put together. Certainly worth having. Yes, that's right, you fools. Fight against your countrymen for beads. Idiots. Up the snowy slopes of Mediolanium, these barbarian turncoats face their own brothers and fathers in battle. Are there no sense of honour amongst these dirty peoples? Still, it is their deaths that will cement our victory, and we can but thank them for that. Gentlemen, all of you through the gates, and once through, death to the enemy. The barbarian spearmen engage against the barbarian captains. The Gauls are hardy warriors and will fight to the damnedest. We only want the barbarians to actually give a little damage and take a little, softening the enemy's line for the crack Roman troops to arrive. Things go ill with our disgusting conscripts as the enemy cavalry appear to be thinning their ranks and making good advances. You'd think with spears they could do some serious damage to the enemy horse. No, it appears your average barbarian has the intellect of an oak tree. Fight, you curs. Die, you dogs. Cut them down. Better, better. Think of all the lucre. Think of the loot. As the pylum flow in, it can mean only one thing. The real Rome has arrived. Into the breach, Astarte. Make proud your name. The enemy horse have made it all the way through the beginning of our spearmen ranks, but now they turn and flee. A new sense of purpose invigorates them as our men move forward. Hopefully the barbarian spearmen will make short work of these horsemen, and our entire army can move forward and clear the square, taking this pitiful, disgusting little hovel.
Please, press forward so the spirit of his army is broken too.
I think I shall. All of you. Attack. The rest of the army makes its way up the hill. You also shall be committed. Death to the stinking Gauls. First two brave Astarte are into the front line. These men trained and raised themselves together. They're surrounded by these disgusting blue-faced painted Gauls wearing stripy trousers like jesters. And as pylum fly all around them, they fight together like good Romans. Romulus and Remus would be proud. Even now the barbarians move in. Stinking cowards bought for gold, they do their part, meagre as it is. How does it feel to fight your stinking barbarian brothers? Gauls, barbarians, all of you unlearned ingrates shall be perished beneath Roman steel. In, I say, in, the great red horde that is the Julii army will know no boundary. This is the first battle against the Gauls. I wanted to go well. I want them to be crushed beneath my heel. Never to wish to face Rome again. Fight hard, die well. That's all we ask. The square is taken slowly but bloodily. It appears the Gauls do not wish to give up their sacred tree/rock/ridiculous idolatry pagan gods. Do they not know that Jupiter is Lord of all? He who sees down from the heavens cares not for your rocks and your trees. He will cut them down as easy as he smites you. In the name of Jupiter, destroy them all. More Romans pile into the fray. The enemy do their part. The barbarians are cut to pieces as they fight. They are meant as meat shields, and it is that they act as. The sheer number of men pressing against the front line to be pushed into service is encouraging. Romans, it seems, never tire of bloodshed. Gauls are hardy opponents. They really want to fight to the last. Well, as you wish. More pylum in, and the Gaulish king racing amongst my ranks.
The gods be praised! The enemy general is dead! His men know their doom approaches!
Come now. Your general lies dead. Your sacred pygmies and totems have done nothing. Now is the time for you to put down your weapons and submit willingly. Oh, you stink. Fetid filth. Must it be up to me to kill every one of you to prove me right? Gauls fight to the last as Romans advance. The barbarian spearmen are beginning to tire, having been at the front of the effort since the breach of the wall. It matters little. Gauls, your displays are pitiful. We shall cut you down where you stand and own your cities. We'll have your women and use your menfolk as slaves. What say you and your stripy-trousered idiocy to that? Die, fools, die.
to victory. The day is ours!
Yes. The utter destruction of Belenus of Gaul is finished. Mediolanium is ours at a price. Their vengeance will be swift, and destruction is guaranteed. Valor is superior to numbers. Indeed.
Victory! Settlement captured!
You shall be slaves of Rome. I have done your wishes, Senate. What prize do you give me? Numidian mercenaries. Where on earth have you shipped these in from? Well, the Senate gives us a kingly gift indeed. The gift of mercenaries from possibly North Africa. We'll send them to join the Homeland Defence Force under Publius Memorus. Egypt and the Seleucid Empire are at war, just as my brothers and I are at war with Gaul, although I fear that it will be left to me to do the majority of the dying. They are for adventuring in North Africa and Greece. And so it is that the first battle against Gaul draws to a close. It seems that northern Rome is secure, the Julii lands are expanded, but we know little of what lies in the darkness to the north. The snow-capped mountains and forests of Lower Germania and eastern Gaul point only to one thing: the death of winter. And so 266 BC draws to a close.